Um, uh, Hello, everybody. And I am so excited to be here on Don't Panic Publicize. Yay, we made it. It's March and it's Women's History Month. And we are so excited to be here today with you guys. So I'm about to go live on my social media. Sorry, on Instagram. We are live here on Facebook, and we hope to be that we are hoping that we're live also on YouTube. So I'm live on Instagram and gonna let some people log in. Lost one of my earbuds. Hey, but that's what happens when you're going live. Things like this happen. But we're going to get here. Hey, Lillian on Instagram. Kiela, welcome and thanks for joining me today.
Thank you. Good to be here.
But yes, I am so excited. It is the last Monday of every month. We are here with Don't Panic Publicize. We are here to talk to you about publicity, marketing, talk to you about how publicity and marketing can help you grow your business. It also helps you grow your brand. And it's something that we love to do. And I'm just so excited to be here. You know, we always have these little technical difficulties, but we are going to get it together. I promise you, we're just a few minutes late today, but we are here and we are excited about what we got going on. Spring is here. Yay! The weather is changing. Yes, you guys. And I'm so glad about that. If you are joining on Instagram Live, I want to ask that you take that little arrow at the bottom, please, and you share with your list of friends and your people because we want to get as many people to join us and be a part of what we're doing. Because before we end, we will have a special announcement on tonight's show, and we also want to take questions. So we're going to get started with the opening video. So Kiela, I'm going to take us off for a sec. Dedicate yourself and know that it is a journey. Give yourself grace and do not give up. If you fall down, get back up. And last but most importantly to me, make sure you market, promote, and publicize your business. If the public doesn't know you exist, how can they support you?
All right, Christy.
All right, that was our opening video for tonight. Don't Panic Publicize. We got the IG going. We got the team on. Energy's getting ready to be right, and we're going to have a lot of fun tonight talking to you, our viewers. If you are here with us and you're live, share with your friends on your page. Let's get everybody over here. Let's talk about what's going on today. Don't Panic Publicize. That's the name of our monthly podcast that we do here. I am Christy Love. I am a publicist and I am a producer. I am also the founder of With an IPR, and I am so excited to be here every day. Every day I am excited to be here, wake up and be alive and be able to do what I love. And I'm really excited to be here with you guys every month, once a month, on the last Monday of every month, where we come here and we talk to you about what we do at With an IPR with our I team members, along with people from our I community, and just want to, get it going. So tonight is special because we are in the month of March, like I stated when we first started, and the month of March is Women's History Month. So with Women's History Month, we want to celebrate women, and tonight we're going to be talking to the women that are members of our I team and our I community. and we're going to be talking about our conference that we did last November on National Entrepreneurship Day, She Biz for women winning in business. And we also have one of our male IT members here tonight. You know, we can't do it without our men, so we don't want to seem like men aren't welcome because they are. But tonight it's all about the ladies and loving the ladies and talking about what as women and how we can win together and continue to build our business sisterhood and up our community. So as you can see, I have a lovely lady next to me who is one of my dear sister friends, along with someone who is a part of my business sister community. And her name is Miss Kiela Wilson. Hey, Kiela.
Hello. How's it going?
It's going so well. So glad to have you here with me tonight and not be here on my own. And I know everyone's like, okay, she's here. So I want to make sure I bring you in and we talk and let everybody just talk to you a little bit about what you do and tell everybody your company, who you are, and why you are a woman winning in business.
First off, Chrissy knows that I do not like doing this stuff and being live, so this is something special.
Well, thank you for making it special for us because you have to do these things. Come on, girl.
Of
You
course,
got
of
it.
I am Keena Wilson. I have a company called the Leo Pro Group, which encompasses web design and graphic design. It does have a real estate portion to it also, but my main focus is web and graphic design.
Awesome. And what about the shirt that you're wearing?
And my shirts, yeah, Black Don't Crack certified. I do have a company, it's called LETs, where we specialize in really shirts that are affirmational, positive, whether it goes from, we have a workout line called Gym Junkie, all the way up to just affirmation t-shirts like Black Don't Crack certified. There's so much that can be read to what that means.
Yes.
I have other stuff that says love life, be born to be king, born to be queen, things that are uplifting, and we get all negativity out of our t-shirt line.
Well, full disclosure, this is not one of your shirts, but I have several. And one of my favorites, it was written. So
Yes.
I love that because of what we do. We write the stories and share the stories and record history, record culture. That was a tongue twister. Record culture. Let me stop saying that. We write culture down. But yeah, there it is. So, I love that sweatshirt. So glad to have you here with me tonight. In addition to you having your own business and your own company and being your own girl boss, you were also my co-producer with She Biz, and I was so glad to have you. I mean, we've worked on several projects together, but it's amazing that we were able to create something that is ours that we can grow and share with so many. So thank you, Kiela.
You're welcome. It's always a
Well,
pleasure.
yay. Yes. Well, as we continue on, I'm going to bring in our two of our other team members to join in the conversation so we can talk a little bit about pop culture before we get into tonight's topic. So let's bring in our girl, Mindy B. You ready, Mindy B? Mindy B, stay ready. Hey, Mindy, how are you?
Hey, ladies, how are you guys? I am
Good.
fantastic.
Great. Glad to
Thanks
have you
for-
here tonight.
I was going to say thanks for inviting me on to join this amazing platform that you have here.
Well, you helped make it amazing. You're a part of our I team, and I am so grateful for you. And we want to welcome you. You are a client, and you're not only a client, you're a representative. No. But you also work with us. Right. And you're doing great out here hosting events, hosting panels, and moderating panels. Also working and doing great things in the TV world, hosting red carpets, doing interviews. I mean, you are really getting out there all over the city, and we are just so proud of you and want you to just continue to glow and grow. Go, Mindy B. Go, Mindy B. Go. Go Mindy B. Hey, hey. I know I'm cheesy.
For the energy.
Gotta bring the energy. You know, do y'all feel that energy on Instagram Live? I hope you feel it enough that you're sharing. So yes, and everyone else share. So yeah, Mindy, welcome. So let's talk to you a little bit about what you do and why you do what you do and how you do what you do.
Well, first and foremost, I love it. I have a true passion for people. I am a true social butterfly. I get a thrill from crowds, and of course, I get a thrill from cameras. So I get to bring my personality, my love for people, a little style to the room, and then I also get to make other people shine as well. Even if they're known, that's great. That's exciting for the crowd. That's exciting for the audience. But even if they're not known, I get to introduce them to the public and let the public know who they are. And even if it's there one person in the room, I'm going to make the cameras feel like there's 1,000 people in the room. The same energy that you also provide. So I have a passion for it, Christy. I have a passion for Black-owned businesses. I have a passion for any Black-owned platform. So it's really the love for it. It's really the love for it. It comes easy for me. It comes natural for me. I just love making other people shine, honestly.
Sorry, I mean,
hey, that's what happens on live, you know.
We are live, that you can't hear, so I had to make sure. I have to undo the. I can't wear my earbuds because I'm on my computer, and Instagram. One day, Instagram will step up with the technology where we can go live with them too. But until then, I go live on my phone, and then everywhere else, on IG, and then everywhere else could be on the computer. So. Everyone on Instagram, I am so sorry you all could not hear this first part of the conversation, but thank you, Kiana, for letting me know. And please share, everyone, because we got great women on here. So for you on Instagram, we're talking to Kiela, who is the owner of Leah Pearl Group, and Kiela Wilson. And we are also talking to Mindy B from Mindy B TV. She is a media personality. She hosts, she's a moderator, and she is all things media. And we are just over here, being Black Girl Magic during Women's History Month. So I think we pretty much got it right. I'm going to sit still now. Q, make sure you edit me out going to pick up the broadcast. Okay.
Like, one second.
Right, 1 second. But before we bring in our next IT member, let's, Mindy, can you again repeat what you said before I unfortunately had to interrupt?
Absolutely. You were asking me about what it is that I do and bring to the table. And again, I just stated that I have the passion and the love for people, making other people shine. So I get to bring my personality, of course, to the room. Even if there's one person in the room, I'm going to make the audience feel like there's 1,000 people in the room. Yeah, even if you're known already, that's great for the audience. That's exciting for the audience. Oh, there's such and such. Oh, she interviewed such and such. But even if you're not known, it's your chance to shine and let the public know who you are and what you're doing. So that's my love for it. And in combination with fashion, style, the love of people, it just comes naturally.
And you do it so well. And we're very proud of you. And we're really glad to have you be a part of the I-Team. Awesome.
Nowhere else I would rather be.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Did you all hear that? Are you all over here on Instagram now? Can you hear? I know you can't see, but you can hear. You can see me. But all right. I think we should bring in our next I-Team member, our female, part of the female team, Adrian. Well, everyone's part of the team, but the ladies on the team. Adrian, you're live with us.
Right.
I'm sorry. Hey, Adrian, you're live. I thought you heard me. Yeah. Let's get you on. We can hear you now. Welcome, Adrian, to
Thank you.
Publicize. Adrian is like her and Nicole are probably the longest team members. They come in and go out and come in and go out, but they're my best friends. They've been here since the beginning. Really appreciate them. And Adrian does a lot of things. She is the co-producer of Don't Panic Publicize. Yay! So that's why she was making sure everything was in order. We were all doing it. So Adrian, welcome and thanks for
Thank you.
joining on the live tonight on the other side.
Thank you. Thank you. Glad to be here.
Good. Well, you want to share with everyone, a little bit about your background, what you do, who you are, and what you do with an eye.
Sure. A little bit about me is I am a career corporate event planner. I've been doing that probably for about 15 years, like the same amount of time that I, got out of college. So I'm still very young.
Yes.
But yeah, so I have worked for various pharmaceutical companies, financial companies, as well as working with Chrissy on all of her wonderful events and getting some great experience in the entertainment space. So we've come a long way. And I jump in and help wherever I can, whether that be, getting the agenda together, getting people there, and everything you do on site, food and beverage, transportation, and all the ins and outs of the day. So that's a little bit of overview of what I do. I'm sure I'm leaving some out, but I'm not usually on camera, so.
You're doing wonderful, and so are you, Kiela. You guys are doing excellent. And thank you for joining us. Yes, Adrian is an intricate part of the team. We need her a lot, and she keeps me calm and she helps me get through. Like just even prior to this, I was having a meltdown, but you know what? I melted back up, and here we are. So tonight we are excited because we are talking about Women's History Month. And before we get started on everything, let's have a little bit of we're going to do a new segment here on Don't Panic Publicize, where we're going to do our media minute. And we want to talk a little bit about what's going on in the media and what's happened since we were last here. So let's start off, with it being Women's History Month. Let's talk about the U.S. Supreme Court nominee, the Judge Ketanji, and I hope I am pronouncing her name right, Brown Jackson. And from this point on, I'm going to just say Judge Brown Jackson, but I want to, respect her enough to say her name because that's one of the things I want to kind of talk about when we talk about her. But what if you all want to say how you feel about this historic placement on the Supreme Court?
I will. Joe Biden just really endorsed her with so much power. I thought that was amazing. He said one of the greatest nominations in history. Not only that, her opening statement was so powerful because she told all the people in her life that she loved them, but she told them why. She started with her brother-in-law, her mother and father in education, and then her father being the reason that she went into law when she was just 4 years old. And it was so touching as she walked us all the way down her life and why even her parents named her an African name as they experienced discrimination. So it was so powerful as she was not afraid to touch base on where she came from, who she was as a Black African American woman. And she's being so scrutinized. There's 2 days of questioning for her, and they're going back into all her cases and her convictions harder than ever. So just to see her confidence and her strength and her bravery, and she's ready. And it's perfect for Black History, for Women's History Month.
And Black History. And all
And Black
history.
history. And all of it.
American history. Yeah. Anyone else want to jump in?
I was just going to say, yeah, I want to piggyback off of that. Her poise, the way she's been able to handle herself through, I mean, let's just be blunt with the ridiculousness, the ridiculous questions. Yeah, that just have nothing to do with, it's so the way she's been able to truly handle herself is just, oh gosh, I can't even find the words, but it's so amazing. It's so, it gives you pride, lots of pride.
Yes.
See how she's handling herself through this whole process. It's amazing.
Yeah. Truly.
I guess I'll add on a little bit as well to piggyback off of what the ladies have just said. Seeing that incredible picture of her daughter looking over at her while she was, going through all of her interviews and everything. It's just a powerful picture and representative of, all the little girls. Once again, we're breaking a barrier. All the little girls who are going to see that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's
Absolutely.
little girls today that can say, I can actually become U.S. Supreme Court judge. I think there's always been the opportunity that we could say that, but now there is that example. And I just love how she gave face. She gave face the way only we can give face. She was just like, really? That question? Oh, you want to ask that? But she gave a great answer. And then afterwards, she kind of like, Black girl magic face.
Yeah, I'm educated.
So yeah, but I think that's awesome. So I'm excited about that. And I mean, we had, if we're going to talk about Media Minute and talk about what's been going on in the news, we have to start off with this history making appointment and how we are making strides. So let's move on to another topic in the media, as in what's going on in the news and pop culture. Black News Channel. You guys are going to shut down after 2 years. And unfortunately, it's due to lack of funding, as reported by Wall Street Journal. Why is it that we lose our networks? And it was 2 years, and what happened? You had people like Mike Hill and Sharon Reed and Mark Lamont Hill that were on there. These well-known, very qualified and capable, interviewers, on-air talents, educated, that have been out there. Why is it, that this would happen? Do you all guys have an opinion on it?
It is very, very peculiar that it's Black media that's not getting the funding. Also, the way that it happened, all of a sudden there was no payroll. Did anyone not foresee that? They only get a week severance. So it's very peculiar the way that this station shut down, as these journalists were already, very well-known journalists, also coming from major stations to come to Black News to report the importance of Black media. And all of a sudden, the line and the barrier just gets drawn with 1 week of severance. Is very peculiar to me.
Yeah. Yeah, you want to weigh in?
Yeah, I would just say the same thing. It's just odd how it all happened. It's interesting that, like I said, one of the articles stated how the funding was just automatically pulled. The person who was already supposed to be the money provider decided, no more. So why is that? What happens? Why all of a sudden it was like all of a sudden like somebody just pulled the rug from under them. And it's just a sad situation. I feel sorry for all the people who put their time and energy, like I said, left other commitments to commit to this. And so, yeah, I'm curious to see what happens going forward. Like, to hear the full story.
Yeah. I would like to know it too. And then I also wish everyone that worked there on Air Talent, the best of luck and hope that they land on their feet and go someplace. Sometimes it takes situations like this to really get you where you're going to go on your journey. But it was really nice to see that network and have that media outlet to pitch to, and be out there and available. But it's a part of the business. All right, we're moving on. I'm going to lighten it up a little bit, bring it back to the market that we live in, come from, reside in, work from, and talk about Genius documentary. Yes. Hey. We talk about our boy Kanye, produced, directed by Cootie and Chike. They are amazing guys. Been doing great work for many, many years. And Jay Ivy, we got to shout out our brother Jay Ivy. He's a writer. I got to also shout out and pick up my boy JB Marshall, who's all throughout it. My sister Tari Teray, who's all throughout the whole documentary, and also a client that we work with, Greg Lewis, Old School Ice Cream. Like, they are all in this documentary. So many more people. Don't want to leave anyone out. GLC, really dope. Like John Monopoly, Don C, all of them. Happy. I mean, if we left you out, we're doing that on purpose. But they were a part of our generation, and I wanted to take a minute to include it in talking about pop culture, what's happened since then, because we were there as this whole thing was happening, and they really recorded pop culture. And 2 decades later, we get to enjoy the fruits of their labor. So let me open up this conversation and toss it to you all to talk about how you felt, what you thought, and maybe we can bring Adrienne back in if she's ready to come back in. You ready, A?
I'll start again. I have always been I'm a Kanye fan through the good and the bad. I mean, people can say what it is that they want to say about Kanye or whatever disorders that he has. I understand Kanye. I was thrilled to watch the documentary because I felt like now there may be more people who understand Kanye before me. You really just have to understand how his mind is set up. One of my favorite parts, and I'm gonna let you guys speak, was when he played Through the Wire for Pharrell, and it was Pharrell's first time hearing Through the Wire, and it brought tears to my eyes because, Christy, I won't start, but
it's cool.
I'm a Shaka Khan fan too,
okay.
But it was a look on Pharrell's page, like on his face, like you literally lying in your almost deathbed, and you already have the samples of the artists that you want to use, and you wrote this, and you just really walked us down, your path of life with all these different analogies to go with it. I think at that moment, Pharrell knew, like, this man cannot be messed with, for lack of better words. That was just one of my favorite parts. But again, I've been with Ye through the good and the bad, so I may be biased.
I mean, you gotta love Ye. He is definitely a creative genius. You cannot take away his successes.
Definitely.
Yeah, what I just wanted to say about it is, just from the filmmaking standpoint of it, how often do we get the chance to see the beginnings of someone's career, the way that they were able to capture that? I mean, to me, that was just absolutely amazing to have that foresight to be able to just say, hey, I'm going to go ahead, we're going to record this guy because something's here. We don't know what it is exactly, but we know it's something. Like they always talk about the it factor. We know it's something. We've got to capture the something. And to show the vulnerability that they were able to capture on screen. I mean, how often do you get a chance to see, and I think it's good for a lot of the young people who are trying to get into any sort of game or business, be able to see, I mean, the hustle and the dismiss, that he was getting. That was like, it was just okay. hey, I'm talking to you in your face. You might as well just have your back to me, and for you to be able, for him to still be able to push and say, okay, you're gonna turn your back on me, but guess what? I'm gonna still go through. Whether Kanye fan or not, that part of it, just the storytelling part of it, just the insight was unbelievable to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That, I mean, he had to keep going, and no matter how many times people told him no, he found a way.
Yeah.
Adrian, you want to weigh in?
Yeah, I'll weigh in a little to build off of what Kiela says. You know, everyone always talks about how hard it is to get in the business and, you know, kind of gives like this grand overview or this grand, you know, or this beautiful picture of how it happens. And so people really got to see how long it really takes, how hard it takes to get on, even for a genius like Kanye West. You know, it takes, you know, it's more than a notion. It's, you know, it takes a lot of dedication and hard work in years. You know, we live in a microwave society and people don't realize, you know, it takes years to achieve greatness like that. So I'm glad that, you know, the younger generation and others were able to see that, you know, how hard of work it actually is, how long it actually takes that you have to hang in there. And for me, you know, it was very personal because just like Christy, I've been with her a long time. So I was around a lot of those things that were going on at that time. I was back in Chicago then. So so it definitely had a lot of nostalgia. And I'm always rooting for Kanye, although, you know, I do hope that he's able to preserve that legacy and that greatness. And that's what he ultimately ends up being remembered for, and not, you know, talking about Donald Trump as his father and all that good stuff.
Okay, yeah, the other things. But well said, Adrian. I hope that is his legacy and that what he's known for as well.
Yeah.
I got a couple of things that I really enjoyed about it. I really enjoyed seeing, you know, them showing his relationship with his mother. I remember, you know, going to the Cotton Club in different places around Chicago at that time to open mics, and his mother would be there at like 2:00 in the morning watching her son before he became this big Kanye that we all know today. And then I had the honor and pleasure to be able to work with her at a conference, and I booked press. And her, along with Common's mother, I was able to spend like a half a day with them going around. So it was wonderful to see, like, firsthand this mother really admire her son and support her son and love her son and want to see her son succeed. But really, what I take away overall from Genius and what I think is so special is it gave us I think that, in just my opinion, the story, yes, is about Kanye, but I think it really became about the people around Kanye. It introduced us to people like that we may not have known that were there, that were part of his success and that helped him. And like you said, Adrian, you know, it gave the younger generation and other people the opportunity to see how much work it takes, but also that there's a team of people to help you get there.
Right. Yeah.
No one does it alone, and it takes time. You have to really like sit down, plan it. Sometimes you can do things on the whim, but you got to really, you know, put the thought into it and work with a team of people. So, you know, it was wonderful. And then congratulations to Cootie and to Chike for the Netflix deal. I'm looking forward to seeing more of what they're doing. So yeah.
They deserve
it. Don't they? They really, I mean, they really do. So let's get to the last topic about news, and then we're going to what we're really all here to talk about tonight before we wrap up, because we're about halfway through this live. I'm having fun with you ladies. We're getting through it. You know? And you all look so gorgeous. So we look beautiful.
Yes, you are.
Yes. I'm going to compliment us all the time. Yes. So, but you know, let's talk about these Oscars last night. I mean, really, we can't, you know, have all of, you know, Will Packer producing it. That was wonderful. But Beyonce opening the show. Women's History Month. You could not have asked for a better opening to the Oscars. Maybe I'm biased, but I was just sitting there watching it with tears streaming down my eyes. Remember being this little girl with beads, and I could wear it I could wear my beads in the summertime. And then during school, you could wear them, but not like, because you lose them or they be like, what? But just being able to just be free to be black, beautiful, brave, all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beyonce is quite dynamic, is the way to describe her. She's just dynamic, and she inspires from, little Black girls, but all over the globe too. She's such an iconic experience to watch, from her fashion to her voice. I've seen her in concert twice, and literally I can piggyback off what you said, Christy. Tears do fall. I can't describe it. It's a human being, yes, but it's like watching something. It's like watching something unreal, because you just wanna, I can imagine as a little girl wanting to just, you just drift into another land watching her, because she's dancing and she's got these beautiful legs, and her costumes that she's wearing, and her, still portraying the Black woman with the thick natural hair, being so, elegant. She's so elegant and graceful. It was a perfect opening to the show. So kudos to Beyonce. Keep doing what you're doing, girl.
Yes. Representing us, representing culture, representing women. Magnificent. Anybody else want to jump on and holler about our girl Beyonce and how fabulous she was last night?
But it was truly beautiful. It was an experience. I've watched it over and over again, and I've only watched on my phone so far. I definitely got to put it on the big screen to get the full effect. But it was just angelic, just beautiful, and the symbolism, and the, she always shouts out, her roots. She shouted out Compton. She always keeps it Black and beautiful, and then the beautiful green, kind of represent tennis, which that's what I thought it was, at least.
Yes.
It could be something else, but that's what I thought it was. So, it's just an experience. It's always amazing seeing Beyonce. What else can we say? If there was a word better than amazing, I would use it.
We'll have to create one. All right, so let's keep going, because we got some more we got to talk about. They mentioned, Chloe. They introduced her as the Little Mermaid to the Disney family, so that was beautiful to see. And then our boy Questlove. We got to talk about how another one was done for the culture, hip hop. He got an Oscar for the Summer of Love documentary, and then we got to go and talk about his Philly homeboy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Will. What we gonna do? What we gonna do about our brother Will?
We're gonna show him some grace. We're gonna show him some grace. They've had a tumultuous year. It's been a lot of people saying whatever they wanted to about them, all year. Granted, they opened the door. But
they did create a show called Red Table Talks, and they started talking.
Yeah, so, I give them grace. There's only so much you can take, but you definitely never resort to violence, and it really made me sad to see that be two great, Black men, two pillars in this industry, for that to happen too. So, that's kind of the saddest part for me, is that, they're both too greats, and to, have that interaction really, really hurt my feelings, if anything else, The
saddest part is it tainted everything, the entire show. I mean, truly, you talk about the beginning, when you talk about Beyonce and everything that she did, it tainted Quell's speech, because right after that, I didn't even hear it or see it. I had to go back and see the replay, because you weren't able to even absorb what Questlove was up there talking about. So it put a shade and a shadow on everything after that. Granted, there's triggers that people have, and sometimes stuff comes out in unexpected times and places and moments. But, one thing, and even if you look at social media, the thing that upset me the most when people were talking about the fact that he was protecting his family, I don't want that type of protection. Or protecting a Black woman. I don't need that type of protection. I need a man who is able to understand when it's time. I don't need violence. You know what I'm saying? I think we misunderstand the correlation between love and somebody standing up for you and protecting you and acting out in a violent way. And that was great assault. It wasn't it's uncalled for. Now, like you said, there's a lot of stuff that we can go into the backstory and try to figure out what happened. Again, like I said, people have triggers and they kind of just lose it. But yeah, I just really hate that happened. It was, a Black produced show.
Yeah.
It was on a big stage that this happened on. All eyes. And now it's going to be talked about for a long time. Every year, Oscars come up, and when they talk about Will Smith winning the Oscar, that's always going to go along with it.
Yeah, that's just unfortunate calling card. And that's a part of it when you make these types of decisions to behave this way in public. That's a part of it. And everyone has meltdowns. We all have breakdowns. But the thing is, when you are a public person and you want to put yourself out there to the public, you have to live by a different code. You can't behave like everyone else. And I understand it may not be fair, but that's just part of what comes with the territory.
Yeah, and somebody say that Chris Rock was right. Right. Whatever his comment is. But you know what? Now you've got to even think further. They have a job to do whether you like it or not. And a lot of times, of course, if you're going to go see a comedian, you're going to his show is because this is one that you particularly love and follow. Would it be okay for out of the audience if the comedian said something to them to just go up and almost slap the comedian?
Not.
So,
I think this though was maybe like, they know each other, and Will may have felt some kind of way with his wife being there. We don't know the full story. And I hope that this does not encourage copycats, so to speak. But I hope what it does do is that it encourages them to come together and open up a conversation about Black men and their emotions. Right. Also, maybe they can work together on a project and show a level of maturity that we may have had a disagreement, but we came together, and now we're going to do something for the culture because that's what we believe in doing it for the culture. Right. Yeah. But no, we never condone violence. It's never okay. Mindy, you want to chime in before we switch up?
I agree. Hopefully they can do something to make it right. I don't know. Perhaps Will is such, with everything that's been going on, like you guys said, they opened up the door to this, public humiliation that he's gone through. Isn't it like a piece of him that seems like he's trying to appeal to Jada in some small way? He wants that acceptance from her, because you also see things in the media about Tupac, about August, about their sex life or whatever, and I think it's crushing him along with other mental health issues that he may be dealing with. And he saw the look on her face when Chris made this joke and it hit him. He's like, now's the time. I gotta respond now. I could prove it right now. It was almost like a little piece of that where he felt like he could prove something to her. And let's just hope that Jada holds him down in this, because we all know he can say something out her mouth and drop the ball within an instant and make it.
I am waiting to hear her. I am waiting. I do want to hear her response. I'm waiting for her statement.
I think what she's
very interested to hear what her statement will be.
So hopefully she just holds them down, and like you said, unfortunately, it's a big light on the Oscars right now because of two men that happen to be Black, that happen to be iconic, and this happens, that everybody's putting a light on that, like, oh, you can't do that at the Oscars, you know, and you know, it's such a complicated incident, and it's so many sides to the story, you know. It's like a really complicated incident.
Yeah, it's not about being with Chris and his actions, you know, like you said, as comedians, it doesn't give you free reign to say whatever you want to say, you know.
Without consequence. Without you say what you want to say.
Yeah, without consequence, but it also doesn't give, you know, that's just everybody. Things happen, like we all have triggers, we all have mental, you know, like you said, emotional breakdowns. But that, you know, I don't want to, I just, the thing I guess that bothered me the most was the comments of him protecting his family. Like that was the right way to go about doing it. And I think that's where I think the you know, going forward, opening up and dialogue, when you talk about love, what it talks about to be the protector of the family, what does that mean and what does that look like? Is that truly what it looks like? And if you believe that's what it looks like, why? Why do you believe that that was okay?
Right.
Yeah, never okay.
Right. Because at the end of the day,
we teach 5-year-olds, you know, not to hit. You know, that's like one of the first.
Keep your hands to yourself.
Yeah, keep your hands to yourself. So you.
And they're the most emotional creatures, you know, when we talk about at that age, because they haven't developed the full reasoning. So yes, you know, but yet when we're at a certain age, obviously mental breakdowns stuff, you know, clouds a lot of judgment. But still, like you said, that was a very, you know, I agree with Mindy, kind of that in the moment, just wrong thought process of how to go ahead and show to the
You probably felt a little right at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of come on, there's a lot of stuff we've done. Whether, you know, let's say you're angry and you're at a job, and at the moment it feels like I want to tell
Let's also be a little, you know, just, you know, Chris was not right in any way, shape, or form, but he really kept his composure. I mean, just imagine, let's imagine the squabble that could have happened, the lack of professionalism that could have happened if he said, hold on, wait a minute, and just really went at it on that stage, humiliated. He said, okay, I will not use your wife's name. And he made a joke out of it and made the show move along gracefully. And that's in a way taking accountability, like, okay, I stepped over the line here, you know, let me back down. So he kind of helped the night go smooth, even though he started it. But it took, you know, a lot of men are saying that, like Shannon Sharp, he's like, oh no, we would have, it would have been on. You know,
I mean, most people, you can't just walk up and give them an overhanded smack and think they're not going to smack you back.
It's very disrespectful. You know, wasn't even like, I heard people say I would have taken a punch more than just that. The way an open hand slap, it was like so.
Yeah, I really think Chris was shocked. I really think Chris kind of like got smacked. Like, I really think he was standing there like, wait a minute, yeah,
right. I'm sitting here
right.
Just and he had to say something about it, like he just slapped.
I mean,
yeah. Did I just really get smacked at the Oscars on global television?
On global television.
Global.
I mean, there's so much that can be taken away once, like, a lot of this kind of dies down, and then hopefully, you know, like, two of them can figure out a way to spend this. I mean, like you said, just you think about it, and everyone wants to make fun of certain things, but a lot of it is just very sad, you know. It was a whole sad situation that just played out in front of our eyes, and So we just
Well, let's move on to end up this Oscar talk. But I will say this: it would have been one thing if he did not win that Oscar. He did win.
Oh, man.
No, but no, a better topic to end the Oscars is something positive. And going back to Women's History Month, there were 3 women hosting: Wanda Sykes, Regina King, and Amy Schumer. I think they were funny. I enjoyed them. I want to see the 3 of them get together and do a movie, something. I thought it was fun. What did you all think about the host for the Oscars this year?
I just love their personalities. They were a great choice. They were a great choice. Wanda Sykes seems like kind of the obvious, but she's so well known for her personality and being a comedian. So I was like, oh, Wanda Sykes, but then Amy Schumer too. But then Regina King just kind of added the spice on it, the funk to it, and then their vibe together was dynamic. Yeah, I like that dynamic. I agree. They should, I could see them on a show or something. I don't know.
I'm sure something's coming up. There's always something's in the works. Yes,
I want to see that. Well, yes. Well, this was a lot of fun talking about what's been happening in pop culture and in media, but we are really here to talk about again SheBiz 2021 conference we did last year, and we want to share with everyone. We did it during National Entrepreneurship Day, which is the 3rd Tuesday of every November, so the Tuesday before Thanksgiving generally. And this year was right before my birthday, and we had a wonderful time. SheBiz, a virtual conference, for those of you who may not be familiar. It is a conference that we hosted and produced for women winning in business, and to celebrate women winning in business, to create a space and an outlet for us to come together and create a sisterhood for women in business, to support one another, to share information, and to help each other be better, and to use the A word, accountable. So the way it was produced, it was a hybrid. We had our participants and our panelists come to a physical location where we created a beautiful day of celebration, socialization, refreshments, hospitality, and networking, and honors. And then people were able to join in and watch virtually. So I do want to spend a few minutes with you lovely ladies who are part of the SheBiz team and who helped make it an actual reality. Have you guys talk about SheBiz, what your role was, and what you thought about it last year, and why it's important for these types of events to happen for women in business. So whoever wants to go first, take it.
I'm going to go ahead and quickly say something first. I just want to say I thought that I just participating in it and seeing the idea come to fruition, to see how it just all played out. When you're behind the scenes, and I thought it was fantastic. Minnie did a wonderful job in hosting. So I'm excited to look forward to that again this year, to have Minnie put her stamp on it and her energy that she gives, and go into it. I thought the hybrid situation just really worked well. The site was just absolutely gorgeous. So we definitely give it up to the men's space. It was
Alicia Wright with Events by August in the Hyde Park area.
Yes, it was. I really enjoyed it. I think it came out, just the conversations, the information that the panelists provided was just phenomenal. So I'm excited. I'm excited for this year. Definitely.
Now, what was your role, Kiela? What did you do?
I was the co-producer and the graphic designer for SheBiz.
All of our lovely banners.
All possible. Made it all possible.
Right? Invitation, all of it. Thank you, Kiela. It was wonderful.
Thank you.
Could not happen without you, girlie.
Yeah.
Right?
Sure.
Would not have. So, Adrian, why don't you share with us what you do with SheBiz and what did you think about it?
Of course, I thought She Biz was wonderful. It turned out really great. It was a very quick turnaround from ideation and inception to production to pulling it off. I won't share all the background secrets, but it was a tight turnaround. So, so I was just very
Wait,
happy.
one background here I have to say, because I've said this before, was that how could Adrian, how could you come out, do what you did, and you had boots, not one, but two.
Surgery.
I said I was gonna be there, so I was there.
We're not talking about winter boots, we're talking about cast people.
Unstoppable.
Let me tell you,
But
pain
they look
pills
like
are
they're like
wonderful.
loose
Pain
faces.
pills work wonders.
Adrian, I know you got some tight glutes in place now, child.
Yes,
Yes,
everything turned out wonderful and perfect.
yes, and thank you for all of your help and flying in to be a part of that event. Thank you. Now, Miss
Yeah,
Mindy.
No problem. Yeah, it was great. I guess I would say I was like the kind of like an event coordinator. So just helping behind the scenes, pulling everything together, pulling the speakers together, and trying to make sure that we had all the information that we needed in order to, bring the agenda together and bring everything together for the day, as well as helping with, with some on-site logistics and things like that. So that was kind of my role, and looking forward to doing it again, and maybe even becoming more involved in developing the agenda and things like that. And I'll definitely not schedule any surgery within that month.
Well, I think we should have a whole year off of surgery. I don't think we should schedule surgery at all 2022.
Yeah.
But you did a great job, and
Yes, you
I
did.
truly do
Great job.
appreciate you coming in. And you also forgot to include you was the timekeeper of how many times we sang
Yes.
that
Yes.
we would do before we get off.
Making sure we moved along throughout the day, and unfortunately cutting off some celebrations in the middle of that, but
You
but
got
that's
to keep up with time. That's your job.
it's
So
right.
moving on to Mindy. What did you do with She Biz, and what did you think about the conference?
I was the host, moderator, personality. I want to start with what I thought about the conference because, Christy, you had this idea in your mind, you visualized it, you vocalized it, you handpicked your team, and they all brought it to life. So that's what made it so dynamic. And not only that, we all believed in it when you pitched the idea. And now here we are on year number 2. So that is astounding. Kudos to you. I want you to give yourself a round of applause. There were so many beautiful Black female entrepreneurs in the room, and it was natural. Everybody loved each other. It was natural because everybody wanted to help each other. And that's what makes this event so powerful is all the ladies were there to learn. You had male-dominated businesses created and operated by women. It was also very dynamic because you put all the gems in place to even handle the finances and the taxes. So if you really come there to learn and to grow and to meet other women and see how they do it, it's groundbreaking. So I am ecstatic about next year, making all these ladies shine. I was only just a small piece of the pie. They did all the work, and you guys did all the work.
No.
I'm
It was a
excited.
team effort. And there are more people that aren't on here that were very helpful, and we could not have done it without everybody. Like it just would not have happened.
Yeah.
It's a very important event. It was wonderful.
Well, I thank you all again because again, it was an idea and it was truly a labor of love. And once we made it happen, it's like, okay, we're going to do it again, which leads us to tonight. I'm so excited that we were able to all get on here together as the core people to put together She Biz, and we miss you, Nicole. Miss Nicole Berry over our hospitality. What a producer. Yes, but she's watching somewhere. So hey, she's part of our I team. But we are so excited that we can announce that we're going to be doing it again this year. So before we announce and talk about She Biz 2022, I want to take a minute and I want to show everybody, play a video to show everybody. Sorry. Uh-oh. Okay, let me go back to doing what I know. But yeah, we got a video. Hey, She Biz 2021.
Look at that. Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
So those of you watching, that was a recap, and that was what happened on site. So, like we said, it's a hybrid conference where the participants, we all get together and we create this beautiful day on National Entrepreneurship Day to celebrate each other and take the day out to just take a minute and look at what we've accomplished and really work on our business sisterhood, build networks, new relationships with people, create new business deals. So when you're watching, of course, you have to watch via virtually. So this year we want to encourage people to come together as a group, take the day and make it a holiday to celebrate. And we will be creating tips on how you can have your own parties and gatherings together when you're watching. But we are all here today to announce, and we are so excited to announce that we will be doing She Biz 2022. But better, we have a new name. Well, we enhanced the name. Okay. Would you like to share with them, Kiela?
Yes, it's She Owns It, She Biz.
Hey, I'm ready for the chill. 1, 2, 3. Hit it. She owns it. I think we're kind of like staggering. But yes, she owns it. She biz, because she owns it and she's the business. And we want to continue to encourage people to be, their own boss and to own it and to do good business and build good businesses, because women entrepreneurs, period, are taking over. Like, not just Black women, but women as a whole. And although we are Black women and women, we do create the conference. It is, from our point of view. but everyone is welcome and everyone can learn something from the conference if you come and participate. So tickets are on sale actually right now. You go to eventbrite.com.
Oh, wonderful.
She owns it,
I'm
she
gonna
bids. And we have a
resend it.
special promotional price from now until July 1st for $20.22. So yeah, join in right now. Get your girlfriends. If you are an owner of a company and you have employees, bring them in. We are excited about what we're going to be talking about this year. We're going to be bringing back some of our past participants, bringing in some new participants, creating some new conversations, and in addition to panels and workshops. And we are also excited that we will be planning some things leading up to the conference that you can participate in, some workshops and some virtual events. So just make sure you follow at with an IPR, and that's WITHANEYEPR to learn more. And next week we will be launching She Owns It, shebiz.com so you can get more information. And I will make sure that we have information with the description so you can find out more details about the conference.
I pinned the link in the comments as well.
Awesome. Thank you, Mindy. So yeah, everybody, this has been a wonderful time. We were right at just a little bit over an hour, but we keep our lives on time. I've really enjoyed talking to the ladies in the I community. You all are my friends, and I'm really glad that we can work together to build things for our culture, build things for each other, for ourselves, for our communities, for the world to really walk and live in our purpose. So this has been a wonderful conversation for Don't Panic Publicize during the month of March, where we are celebrating women in business, Women's History Month, announcing She Owns It, She Biz 2022. And if we're starting to plan it now, it's going to be better than lit in November. Do we still say lit?
Yes, litty.com.
Okay, period. Is that still, do they still say that?
It's still a thing.
Well, I just know that She Owns It, She Biz, it is global. And we want that to be global too.
Yeah.
Unlike that was slap globally. That is not, I'm sorry, I'm not supposed to be making fun of stuff like that. But
I was like, let's bring it back in. Let's bring it back.
edit that in. Edit that out. Edit that out.
We'll talk another 30 minutes on that.
But no, right. We do want She Biz. She Owns It, She Biz is a global event virtually. You can watch it anywhere. But we really make it interactive. We really want you to learn, get information so you can grow and be better. And, then we are going to have tips on how you can create your own events at home or in your office so you can kind of mimic what we do. Because we know people watched last year. They were like, oh, we wish we could be there. And however, as much as we want to make it open for everyone, the space is limited, and we want to kind of keep it like this for now until we know for sure the world is open back up and everything is going to be great. But we want to make sure we plan it, and we have our intimate event, and you all can have your own intimate events and plan it. Learn about like Mindy said, your business accounting and taxes. Learn about how you start a business. Learn from seasoned business owners. Learn about new business owners and things that they didn't know before they started their business. Because sometimes someone that is just starting out can help you if you're looking to start out and give you information that's fresh. But we're going to have some great guests. We're looking to bring back our good sister and our Shiro Yazara to perform again. Her song "Keep Running" was the theme song. And of course, we got to bring back our brother and my client, Chris Robb, to DJ and give the ladies a little man eye candy. But we are just really thrilled to be doing this. And I am going to stop talking and see if any of you ladies want to add anything before we wrap up and close out the live tonight.
I think you pretty much said. I mean, it's about a full circle when it comes to what you go through in creating a business. You touched on some things. One of the things that we also talked about was mental wellness and just wellness overall. So it's a really good event to get all the little nuggets, gems that you need in order to create a business, in order to feel like you have the confidence to go out there on your own and do what it has always been your heart and your passion.
And do it with purpose.
And to start a community, you know that you're not alone. A lot of times we're out here working so hard and, we kind of got tunnel vision or siloed and you think you're by yourself. But it's really helpful to know that there's a community, there's people that you can lean on and, to give you that, part of that confidence to keep going, to know that, there's other people out here going through the same thing as you are. So kind of builds that community and gives you some support as well.
I would just say networking on steroids.
All right, I'll take that. And information, education. Awesome.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, thank you, ladies. Before we close out, I do want to take a moment during Women's History Month and recognize our client, Sharice Williams, for Congress. She is running for the 1st District of Illinois. And when she wins, she will serve as the first woman in that position. So I cannot do a show during Women's History Month and not take out a moment to just share how proud I am of our client and my friend. And she champions women in business, as well as all business owners and entrepreneurs. And we're really proud of you, Sharice. And we know that you are working hard to bring home the win. And you will go to DC and make sure you bring back results and help create change. So we are so excited. Again, Women's History Month, we celebrated and we talked about some things going on this month with women and in the news and pop culture. But most importantly, we want to make sure you know about our conference. She owns it. She Biz will be Tuesday, November 15th, 2022. And you can go to eventbrite.com and get a ticket today for the virtual conference at a special promotional price, $20.22. And the website, She Owns It, She Biz, will be live next week. And the link will be in the description. So you can go and sign up and visit to learn about the conference, get updates, and just know more information so you can share with women in business. If you know someone, if you're thinking of being in business, if you have a career and you just want to sharpen your skills. And although it is a conference for women winning in business, everyone is welcome because the information is universal. But we do have to make sure we take time out and carve out spaces for ourselves and people that look like us so that we can have open dialogue to really improve and amplify our voices and our mission. So, all right, guys, I really thank you all. I'm Christy Love.
Thank you.
Publicist, producer, and founder of With an IPR. I'm going to go around the room one more time and have my guests say their names before we close out.
Kiela with the Leopold Group.
I am Mindy B of Mindy B TV.
I am Adrienne Holbert of everything, Chrissy with an I and some other things, but we'll leave it at that.
She is with an eyes. She has many eyes.
Extension.
Well, everyone, have a wonderful night. Thank you for joining us on this Monday. And remember, don't panic, publicize. We're here every Monday. The last Monday of every month, 5 p.m. Central Standard Time, where we give out PR tips, talk about PR and marketing, and want to share what we're doing with you. Thanks again for joining. I am Christy, and I am out. You guys have a good one.
Thank you.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Night.